So hello everyone, welcome to Triaright. This is back 365. Myself Sujit. So in this session, we are going to start a new concept in our Python that is called our built-in function. So guys, as of now, we know what is function, how to create function, what is the difference between our built-in function and user-defined function. We are already know. Then what is this built-in method that are available inside this? Because we know that the print is also a built-in method, the len is also a built-in method. Then what is this built-in method? So to understand this concept, now first we need to difference between our functions and method because we are already discussing about methods. Okay, now we are going to discuss the difference between our methods and function. Okay, how both are different, how to create each and everything, how to call each and everything. We are going to see now. Okay, so first we need to understand what is this function. Okay, as of now we are know that function is nothing but function is an independent block of code. Okay, means by the help of our function we can accessing or executing some specific task. So here if you are seeing also, here I am creating a function and I will be every time I just want to print hello. Means if I'm calling that, it will be start implementing. Means function are independent block of code which is used for performing one task. As of now, here it will be performing one task. Then what is this method? So guys, method is nothing but method are the function which are defined inside this class. Okay, so guys, as of now we are not we are not discussing about our class and object in our upcoming session. Means while we are discussing regarding our class and object, we are going to discuss more about that. But as of now, I just want to give you a clear definition how to create both the things. Means how to create a class inside a method. Okay, so to create a class, here we need to use the class keyword. After that, here you need to pass a class name. After you are creating a class name, now if I want to create a method, okay, so I just want to print a name of that. Okay, so to print that particular thing, so first we need to use a constructor. Okay, to use that constructor, there are a lot of things. So here, as of now, I'm just creating that particular thing. Okay, in our functions, in our oops concept, we are more clear about that. Okay, so here it will be taking this why the self will be there and each and everything in your upcoming only. So to give you the clarification, so that I will be creating. Okay, so guys, method says that if you want to create a method, we need to create inside the class. So here I am using creating a class. Inside that, now I just need to create a function. So here I am creating a function called my details. Means I just want to print the details of a name. So here I will be creating a method. So this is called our object method. Each and everything we are going to discuss in that. So now if I try to print that particular name, so here if I need to use self.name. Now if I want to access the value, so in that case, I need to print that particular thing. So now I just want to create an object. So, okay, so as of now, you don't need to care about that how to do that each and everything. So here I'm just creating Triaright. Okay, means I'll give you the difference between how to create a method and how to create a function. Now if I try to access that particular thing, so here means just like that, to call that function we are using this function call. So to access this object, here we are using object reference or class reference. Now if I try to use our object reference, so here we are creating an object. So now if I want to print that object, now it will be directly printing the name because it will be taking the Triaright. Guys, just see. So this is the difference between how to create a function and how to create a method. Guys, just see, both are printing. Okay, so now we are clear about the first point. What is function and what is the method? Then the second one, function can call or execute directly. Guys, just see here, if you want to call that, it will be directly by the calling this function name with the help of our parenthesis we can directly call. But as compared to our method, here we are using this object reference, or if you want to use your class reference also, it's okay. Okay, means the in order to execute method, we have to use our class reference or object reference. So to call that particular thing, so here to call a function, here we are using function name with parenthesis. So here it will be taking object name dot the method name. Okay, so this is the difference between our function and method. So guys, this is the most important question in case of our Python while you are facing any Python developer interview. Okay, so now we are going to write the theoretical point. So what is function? Function are independent independent block of independent block of code, or we can say that statement also. So function are independent block of code which is used to performing a task. Okay, now how to create a function? Okay, so we are if I'm passing the syntax, so by the help of our def keyword, now you are going to use your function name, the mandatory argument you need to pass your parenthesis. Now after parenthesis, here you are using your indentation. So now you need to write your statement. Okay, then what is method and how to create that we are going to see now. So methods are method are the function only. Okay, so method are the function which are defined inside the class, or we can say that if you want to execute, or if you want to create, so the syntax for this one, here first you need to create a class by the help of our class keyword, then you need to followed by the class name. If you are using this parenthesis also okay, if you are not using also it's okay. Now here you need to create a method. So here you need to pass your method name. It will be taking one mandatory argument. Each and everything in your upcoming classes only we are going to see now. So after that, here you are going to write. So this is the simply difference. What is the definition and how to create? Then the next point in our function, to execute or to call a function, we can directly use that particular thing. So okay, so function can be execute directly, means you don't need to use anything, means we can directly call that particular thing and it will be start implementing, means we don't need to use something that to use that particular things. Okay, so we can use or we can call that function directly. Okay, so now how to call that method? Okay, so to call that method, we are using this object reference. Okay, object reference dot method name. If you see also here I'm creating dot method name, or we can say use your class reference. Okay, class reference dot method name. Okay, so this is the main difference between our class and method. Okay, now we are going to discuss about our what is built-in function that are available in case of our Python. Okay, so what is built-in method that are available? Now we are going to discuss. So the first built-in method that are available in our Python is lambda. What is this lambda function? How to create? What is the use? Because if you have already functions are there, means if you are already functions are there, then what is this use of this lambda? Then if you are going to compare, what is the difference between lambda function and the normal function? Okay, so what is this lambda? So lambda is nothing but it is a anonymous function, means function without name. So to how to create each and everything, first I will give you three examples, then only you can get a clear picture on that. Okay, so lambda is nothing but it is a anonymous function, means function without a name. So how to create that? By the help of our lambda keyword. Okay, now guys, if somebody asks that if you want to add two numbers, so inside the function how you can create, so you are going to create a function like that by the help of our def keyword. You are going to create, then it will be taking two argument. After that, here you need to return that particular things, right? A plus b. Now here you need to print the function, so sample, and you need to pass two value, guys, right? If you want to write two number thus coding, so you can use that. So in case of our lambda, it will be much more easier, or also it will be taking less time. Okay, so we know that lambda is an anonymous function, means function without name. So if you are creating a lambda function, first you need to give the lambda keyword. After that, you need to give the argument, or we can say that the parameter on that. So now my requirement will be I want to add two numbers. So here I am passing two argument, x comma y. After that, here you need to use your colon. After here, if you see here, after you are creating a function, here it will be taking argument. Now you are performing some operation, guys, right? So here it will be performing some operation equal to x plus y. Okay, now if I'm trying to print this one, okay, sorry. Now if I'm running this one, it will be not giving any error. Also, it will be not giving any output, because we know that if we are creating a function, we need to call that. Okay, now but in this lambda we don't have any name, guys, right? If I'm directly printing that particular thing, so it will be not giving me the address. Okay, so to print that particular thing, so here we are going to create a variables. Now if I'm trying to print the variables only, means we are only printing the function name, so we know that it will be give me the address of my lambda. So in the lambda, it will be created in my memory location. So now if I try to pass some argument, so now it will be start implementing. So guys, just see, now if I try to run this one, so it will be give me the output as 30. Okay, so this is the simplest way to create. Now we can say that, then what is the difference, guys? So lambda is only useful to adding some your operation, means addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, just like that. Also, lambda is one more advantage is that if you are taking n number of argument, now if I'm changing that a, b, c, d, e, means here guys just see, I am passing 5 plus 2, 7. Here also I am passing 5 more variables. Means I need to add that. Okay. We know that if I try to add, you need to pass positional argument, guys, right? So here I am passing the all the value. I think it will be taking seventh positional argument. Guys, now if I'm running this one, it will be give me the output. Guys, just see, if I'm taking n number of input also, it will be give me only one output. Means if you are increasing the number of argument also, still it will be give you the only one output. Okay, so lambda function is created by this lambda keyword only. Means if I try to create a lambda, we can use this lambda keyword followed by the name of that particular things. Means to storing into, we are using a variable. Okay, so now we are going to write some theoretical point in our lambda. So we know that lambda is nothing but a lambda is an anonymous function, means function without its name. Okay, so it is also called, so guys, this function only useful for our operation only. Okay, because how many input you are giving, it will only produce one output. Okay, so it is also called anonymous function, means function without its name. This is called our anonymous function. So here I am passing does not have any name. Then the next point for this one is it can take any number of arguments. So it can take any number of arguments. Okay, but it give only one output. But it give only one output. Then how to create your lambda? So to create lambda function is created by using lambda keyword, because we are already discussing the keyword. Okay, we can use lambda function for simpler operation, means addition, subtraction, multiplication. Okay, so we can use lambda function. We can use lambda function for simply operation. Okay, so this is all about our lambda. Then I'll give you the syntax for this one also. Okay, so the syntax for this one will be, here you are using the lambda, then first you need to give the argument, means you can pass n number of argument. After that, here you must need to pass your operation. Okay, so how it going to happen? Now I can give you the control flow. Okay, so I just want to create a small coding. So here I need to delete the large set because I need to explain the control flow. Okay, so here I'm deleting. So here also I need to delete. Okay, so how the control flow will going to work? Now we are using our pen to understand. So in the middle I will just creating. Guys, just see. So as of now, I'm just creating that particular thing, guys, right? So here I'm increasing the size. Now the controller, whenever my controller will be seeing this lambda keyword, it will be start implementing. First, it will be taking the argument. Okay, means it will be not printing this here directly in the memory. First, whenever your Python controller start executing line by line, whenever it will be seeing this lambda keyword, it will be directly come to its argument. After it finding the argument, as of now, we have only two argument, means it will be creating two argument in our memory. After that, it will be performing the operation. The operation, this operation will be stored in this variable. If you are not storing, it will be storing in this lambda, but if you are printing, it will only give you the memory location. But we don't need that memory location. Okay, that's why we are using this where to store, because lambda is a anonymous function. Now, if you want to print that particular thing, means the result will be stored inside that. We know that the function will be return the value from this function. So after it will be finding the value from this function, it will be returned to this var. Now, if you want to print, so here we are printing this function with the help of our two argument. Okay. So now we are going to discuss some more question related to this lambda. So guys, just see here, as of now, I'm just adding two number. Okay, now if you want try to implement the if else condition also, it will going to work. Now, if my requirement will be, I want to compare which number is greater. Okay, by the help of this lambda also we can use, because lambda says that it is useful for your simpler operation, means if I want to compare two number, because if I try to create a function, it will be taking 4 to 5 line, but by the help of your lambda you can print in a one line. Okay, so how to create lambda by the help of our lambda keyword? Then first it will be taking the argument. So I need to check for two number, means which number is greater. So first I need to pass the argument. After that, here first I need to give the condition. How to pass this condition? Here you can directly pass. So here I am passing A, because I need to first checking for this A. So if A will be greater than B, so here I need to pass this else condition. So here I need to pass B, because we know that in our ternary operator, it will be work like that. The true condition we need to write inside of our left and the false condition inside of the B. Now if I try to print, it will be not giving the output. So now I need to create a variable to store. Then after that, if I try to see the output, I need to call that function. Okay, so here I need to call this function. So here I need to compare two number. Okay, now if I try to run this one, so it will be give me the maximum number. Okay, now if I'm changing the condition A greater than B, so in that case, it will be give me the small number. Okay, because here I need to check that particular thing. A is greater or B will be greater. Okay, so that's all for this session. In our upcoming session, we are going to discuss more example or more function that are available in our Python. So thanks for watching Triaright.